pela demora e brigadão aí, todo mundo está esperando. Vou falar no modo extra rápido, Alice de Florianópolis, que fala tudo bem rápido, espero que vocês entendam alguma coisa. Mas eu estou aqui com Jasper Jeon, que ele é ator, ele é modelo, ele é lutador também, e ele é a cara do Jesse em The Last of Us Parte 2. A gente está super animado, e vou estar falando em inglês e português as perguntas, o Humberto vai estar traduzindo para todo mundo poder entender, então ninguém vai ficar de fora aí.
Oi, pessoal, boa noite para todo mundo.
Humberto vai ser a nossa voz da locução. So we're here with the amazing actor, model, badass Street Fighter, and Jesse from The Last of Us Part 2, Jasper Jeon. Thank you so much for being here. We really, really appreciate you taking some time to talk to us.
Of course, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here and get to talk to people around the world.
Muito legal aqui. Obrigado por me receber e falar com o pessoal ao redor do mundo.
Everyone's saying hi. Everyone's like, "Oh, hey, Jesse, how's it
hi,
going?"
Buddy. Hi, everyone in Brazil. Much love.
Oi, todo mundo do Brasil. Amo vocês.
Ele é muito querido, né? Ele é muito querido. E a gente vai fazer algumas perguntas e depois a gente vai estar recebendo algumas perguntas do chat aí. Essa é uma pergunta legal aí também que vocês estão falando. Mas a gente vai fazer perguntas sobre a carreira dele, que ele é um cara que ele fez um monte de coisas, o que é muito legal. Ele não é só ator, ele também é modelo, também é lutador. Então a gente vai conversar um pouquinho sobre como é a carreira dele e como que foi essa experiência incrível de trabalhar no The Last of Us Parte 2. So Jasper, thanks again for having a little time on your schedule. One cool thing that I was talking to everyone is that your career is not just acting. You are a model and you're also were also a fighter, and I believe that it makes you like a very versatile professional. And I would love to hear about, I mean, not just me, everyone who's on the chat. We would love to hear more about your career. How did you come to be like Jesse in The Last of Us? Did you start as a model, as a fighter?
So it's a great question. I actually got introduced to martial arts at a very young age. My dad, he wanted me to learn my the country's sport in Korea, which is Taekwondo. So he as soon as I was able to walk, he pushed me right into Taekwondo. It was the worst 10 years of my life because, it was a lot of stretching and I didn't really I wasn't too passionate about it, especially, when someone makes you do something, that's not something that your choice was. But I am grateful today. I am grateful for him doing that because it taught me a lot of discipline. And, through martial arts, I got into to Muay Thai kickboxing. And, I had to deal with a lot, growing up, being Asian American in Los Angeles. Yes, it was a melting pot, but, there was a lot of stereotypes and a lot of things I had to, experience and witness growing up. So, I thought of, how do I keep myself disciplined, in high school and college, and not give in to this pressure. And I got introduced to Muay Thai kickboxing in high school. And my first date there, I fell in love with it, and I ran with it, and I had my first fight within a month. And ended up beating someone that had 4 or 5 years of experience, and I beat him. Hardest fight of my life, but the best win of my life. So fast forward, I ended up going pro in 2 years. I won nationals in the U.S. 2011 and 2010, and then from nationals, I got offered a contract for Line Fight Promotions, and in Las Vegas. But at the same time, it was kind of an introduction to this agency that I met at nationals. They scouted me from nationals and asked if I wanted to, try modeling, fitness modeling, and I said, yeah, why not? How much do I make? How much do I make in a day? So, and there wasn't a lot of money in Muay Thai. Even today, I still think they should get paid a little more. But back then, too, barely any money, for the amount of time that you put into it. And it's something that you really have to love to do. So I tried modeling, fitness modeling, and my first job was with Reebok, actually. And
nice.
It was a great shoot. I had a good time, and I saw the money and potential from it, and the opportunities from it. So I decided on making a complete 180 turn to get into modeling and fitness modeling again. From there, I got more into acting a couple of years into it, and then I've been acting for about 9 years now. And actually, what's crazy out of all the with all the agencies I've been with and managers I've been with, my number one agency that first scouted me at nationals is the one that got me that job with The Last of Us.
Oh,
They're the
cool.
ones that did it from my day one. From my day one, they're the ones that did this for me. So
That's nice.
yeah.
I'm gonna let's see if Umberto can translate.
I'm so sorry. I should have paused a little.
No, there's no problem.
You're so excited. Yeah.
Okay, eu comecei quando era bem jovem com o esporte nacional da Coreia, que é o Taekwondo, e meu pai me empurrou desde muito cedo. Desde muito cedo eu comecei a crescer. É um esporte que ele ensina muita disciplina e isso me ajudou bastante na minha carreira, porque eu pensava como que eu posso me manter disciplinado, né? E logo muito cedo, quando tinha 10 anos, eu me mudei para Los Angeles, que é aquele caldeirão com várias pessoas de lugares diferentes, e eu tinha que aprender a me defender. Acabei entrando numa academia. Lá eu caí de amores pelo boxe, pelo Muay Thai e pelo kickboxing, e acabei derrotando muito cedo uma pessoa que tinha 2 anos de experiência, e já tinha 2 anos a mais de experiência do que eu. Alguns anos depois, ali por volta de 2010, 2011, eu venci 2 campeonatos nacionais de competição, taekwondo, muay thai, boxe, e acabei sendo convidado por uma empresa de modelos para fazer alguns trabalhos. E o meu primeiro trabalho grande foi para a Reebok já, de começo. Essa mesma empresa, inclusive, que eu comecei trabalhando, foi aquela que me colocou para trabalhar junto com o The Last of Us. E eu continuo com elas.
Nice. So it was a modeling agency that got you the job for The Last of Us, right? Oh, I should be saying that in Portuguese, I'm sorry. Então, eu perguntar para ele, né, se foi uma agência, foi a mesma agência, né? Se ele conseguiu esse trabalho para ser um modelo no The Last of Us por conta de uma agência. And is that a normal thing that agencies that they work for, you said like a fitness model, that they perhaps will also work as agency for video games, or was that a case?
Actually, it's very rare for that to happen, and it's actually came to a big surprise for me too, it just came and I'm like, I didn't even know that you guys, had connections with that, or, had some type of hand in it, but I also get, from the agency side of things, they're looking for a particular look and a particular body type, particular movement, and someone that can be able to run with a lot of gear on, or gun, or like, weapons of choice and stuff like that. So I can see how it was possible for them to find me that, but it's very rare, I would say. I haven't heard of that happening. And, I think since I've built my relationship with this agency as well, the agents there, which I love dearly, they know me so well, and they know what I want to be doing.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Essa pergunta em português.
Perguntei se é comum, né, esses tipos de agência, porque é uma agência de modelo que ele trabalhou desde muito cedo, e essa mesma agência foi a agência que proporcionou essa experiência para ele fazer. Ele foi modelo no The Last of Us, né? E eu perguntei se isso é comum em agências ou como que foi a situação, né?
Na verdade não é, pelo contrário, é até bem raro. Às vezes a agência está procurando por um biotipo específico, um tipo de rosto, e acabam encontrando em outros lugares, mas no mundo da luta é bem raro. Eles estavam procurando, neste caso, alguém que pudesse fazer cenas de ação, corrida, carregando armas, equipamentos. Então não é tão comum assim, e acabaram escolhendo. Eu tenho uma ótima relação com eles e continuo com eles.
Nice. Yeah, and I see that you've been doing other work for video games. You were part of a Fallout live action too, right? Ele fez também uma parte de uma... Eu perguntei pra ele, né? Ele também já fez outros trabalhos para videogame. Ele trabalhou fazendo alguma coisa do Fallout.
Yes, I was in Fallout 76 and H1N1, H1Z1. I'm sorry, that video game as well. But Fallout was a really fun experience because during the wardrobe process of it, I saw the costume come to life, and it was the same company that made my Fallout suit, the 76, the iconic 76 suit. is the same company that made all of Black Panther's suits from Marvel, most of the Marvel. So like when I got to the costume fitting, I saw a lot of replicas of
that's
and
awesome.
some originals of all these Marvel heroes, and I was just like, this is insane. And it was a good experience, definitely. Long days on set, but it was definitely a great experience. Fun fact, I could not sit down in the suit because it was made of 100% leather, and the suit was worth
Holy shit.
I think like $70,000, the suit itself. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah.
Ok, uau.
Bom, eu também fiz parte do Fallout 76, meu personagem era H1Z1, e curioso é que a mesma empresa que forneceu os figurinos e as roupas para o Fallout, que eu tive que usar, era a empresa que fez para o filme Pantera Negra. E tinha a roupa que eu vestia no Fallout, era uma roupa que custava $70 mil, mas eu mal conseguia sequer sentar nela.
Ainda sobre o Fallout 76, eu vou perguntar para ele se a mistura entre o CGI que teve no trailer e o live acting, né, afetou alguma coisa na atuação dele. Jasper, something that I wanted to ask you is the mashup between the CGI and the live acting in the live action trailer from Fallout 76. Did it change a little bit about your acting, and have you played the other games of the franchise?
It did change because what everyone else sees is completely different than what I see. So we were in a studio with a green screen, huge green screen everywhere, and everything from the guns to the suits were all realistic. They made them on set, and there was no CGI with any of the suits, any of the guns you saw in the live action trailer. The only thing that was CGI was obviously the background and things flying at me, the bullets I was shooting, and I guess of how I had to change up my acting was just to be able to delve deeper into my imagination when it comes to visualizing what I'm seeing, and of course, the director is there to explain everything to me, what part of the trailer we're at, what I should be seeing and what I should be feeling. He can direct me as much as he can, and I'll bring what I interpreted from him into it. I've played 76, Fallout 76. It was fun. I don't think it would necessarily be my style of game, but
Well, I asked this because I'm a big fan of the Fallout franchise. Fallout 4 is one of my top favorite games of all time, and seeing you in the live action trailer was amazing.
Thank you.
Let's Humberto translate just a second, just so we don't lose the.
Então tem bastante diferença, porque no live action, tudo que você via das roupas, das armas, dos equipamentos, eram na realidade de verdade. As coisas adicionadas, tipo bala voando e outros efeitos, é que eram de CG. Enquanto numa tela verde de um outro jogo, você tem que soltar muito mais a imaginação e buscar muito mais dentro de si a interpretação para saber o que o personagem estaria sentindo, né? E sim, eu gostei bastante do Fallout 76, João.
Cool fact though, in the trailer, if you look, I think he's two people next to me, or two people to the right, or two people to the left, but small little cameo from Britney Spears' current boyfriend right now, is Sam Asghari. He's a really good guy, but I think he's two people to the left of me in the very ending scene of it.
Um fato curioso sobre o trailer é que na cena tem duas pessoas à minha esquerda e duas pessoas na minha direita. E o atual namorado da Britney Spears tá do meu lado ali no trailer, na parte do trailer.
Eu vou falar pra ele que o trailer do Fallout 76 fez ele virar um Funko também. And also another thing, you became a Funko because of live action trailer of Fallout, right?
Yeah.
I
How
saw the
cool
post.
is that?
I saw the post on your Instagram. Man, that's crazy.
I know. Actually, I had no idea it happened, and my a friend of mine reached out to me because he lived close to this Funko shop, and he was like, "Wait, is this you?" And he showed me a picture, and I was like, "Oh, it has to be me," because like right next to it was everyone else in those in the suit. Oh, the one other girl in the suit in there was right next to it. So
Uh,
it's definitely something I dreamt about as a kid, definitely.
Wow.
sim, foi muito louco. Eu fiquei sabendo através de um amigo que vivia do lado de uma loja que tinha os bonecos e me ligou, e aí perguntando se era eu falei, tem que ser eu, deve ser eu estou do lado de todos os outros personagens com as roupas do jogo. Definitivamente é um sonho de criança se tornando realidade.
Yeah. I mean, how cool is that, right?
Yeah. Can I ask a question to Luan?
Yeah, sure.
I liked the original Fallouts better. What did you think about Fallout 76?
Vai traduzir a pergunta primeiro?
Vai,
Melhor, né?
Deixa eu fazer uma pergunta pro Luan. Eu gosto do Fallout original, né? E eu queria saber o que você pensa do Fallout 76 comparado com ele.
As I said, my favorite Fallout game is Fallout 4. I played like 80 hours probably, and I started playing Fallout 76 when it wasn't very well optimized, so I didn't had a great experience on it. The fan base say that today the game is it's a lot better than it was in when it came out, but I didn't have the opportunity to play right now. So I mean, my first impression was not that good. So yeah, I hope they fix a lot of things they left, not finished when the game came out, because it's such a famous franchise. They can't have that sting in their fame.
Yeah,
Só traduzindo agora a minha resposta, eu falei que eu joguei o Fallout 76 quando ele saiu, que não estava muito bem, então não tive uma experiência tão boa. Eu não joguei hoje, que a fanbase já disse que está bem melhor, otimizado, tudo. Então eu espero que eles corrijam todos os problemas, porque não pode ter essa mancha na fama de Fallout, né?
Sim, é uma franquia amada aí por todo mundo, né? Tantas gerações aí de Fallout. Vou fazer uma pergunta aqui de novo aqui pro Jasper a respeito da experiência dele fazendo o jogo. Ele foi o modelo facial, ele é, como vocês podem ver, a cara do Jesse, e né, o modelo de corpo e tal, ele é, esteticamente falando, visualmente falando, ele é o Jesse. Mas foi uma outra pessoa que interpretou, que atuou como o Jesse, que da mesma forma que a Laura Bailey fez a atuação da Abby e a Shannon Woodward fez a atuação da Dina, foi outra pessoa que atuou. Mas eu vou perguntar como que foi essa experiência e que tipo de trabalho ele fez, se ele foi no estúdio, que eu tô muito curiosa para saber isso e acho que todo mundo também tá bem curioso. Alright, so we know that many of the characters from The Last of Us, they have different models than their actors. And fun thing is that sometimes the voice is from someone else, but it's like in your body, in your features. And how does it work? Like this kind of work, do you have to go to the studio? They scan you. Do you have to say a few lines? Do you have to act, jump, or do some movement? Or how does that work for you as a model to make Jesse come to life?
Yeah, it's a great question. It was definitely a strenuous process. It was long days, and I probably worked with them for 3 weeks. And yes, all the above that you've listed, from jumping to running to talking to emoting, and I think at Naughty Dog, they're very, very picky and very specific on what they want. So it was a lot of there was a couple days of a lot of just facial recognition, facial reactions, laughing, crying, smiling, a lot of muscles I didn't know I had in my face that they wanted me to try to use. So it was a very tedious process, but my face was very sore after. But I think my favorite part was definitely the motion capture part, where I had the suit, and had was able to carry props of guns and showing different movements with it and running with it. I think that was my favorite part because I was imagining during this process of how would I want my character to be, how he walks, how he does he have a extra step in his right leg, is he right dominant or is he left dominant? I kind of wanted to think like, okay, how would this guy be, how would this guy walk, how would this guy carry himself essentially.
That's right. Só vou dar um abraço aqui. Obrigado, Jeon Oliveira. Jeon falou que tá incrível aqui. Jeon said it's incredible, so I just wanted to say hi to our friend at YouTube. Go ahead, Humberto.
Então, é isso tudo mesmo que você falou, inclui todo esse processo, né, é um processo bastante cansativo. Eu tive que fazer esse trabalho ao longo de 3 semanas, foi um processo bastante cansativo, árduo, estressante, onde eu tenho que gravar todo tipo de movimento, desde falar, caminhar, correr, sentar, nadar, cair. E a Naughty Dog é uma empresa muito pormenorizada, ela é muito detalhista, e ela sabe bem o que ela quer. Então, esse processo foi bastante difícil. Eu considero que eu gostei muito da parte, especialmente da parte de captura de movimento, onde eu tive que escolher de colocar a roupa, né? E eu pude adicionar alguma coisa no personagem. Eu tive que pensar como que ele caminha, como que ele fala, como que ele se move, se ele é canhoto, se ele é destro, e pude adicionar bastante de mim ali.
Eu vou perguntar para ele como que foi a experiência dele quando ele teve que fazer as expressões faciais exageradas para poder captar bem durante a modelagem. Jasper, we know that for the facial expressions to be realistic in the capturing process, you have to make like exaggerated faces. So how was that experience for you? Like smiling, you had to put both lips like almost in your ears.
Yeah, definitely. It was an very interesting process, and it was it was tedious again, like I said, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun because we had Neil Druckmann coming in and telling me like what he wants as far as like let me smile from here to here, make me look crazy, or maybe look obsessed, obsessive or possessed almost, and we tried a lot of different actions and different style of faces I didn't even know I could possibly do. So it was definitely a great and interesting process. Definitely, I would definitely do it again, and I think I'd have a lot more fun doing it.
No processo de captura, apesar de ter sido cansativo, ele também foi muito interessante. Eu tive o próprio Neil Druckmann, diretor do jogo, vindo para mim, me pedindo para fazer essas caretas gigantes, expressões faciais impossíveis que eu nem sequer sabia que era capaz de fazer. E foi um processo interessante, assim, meu rosto ficou cansado, mas eu gostei bastante.
Só completando a pergunta, eu vou perguntar se foi difícil ele se adaptar às situações, por exemplo, de cara assustada, de cara feliz, já que ele tinha que fazer tudo de imediato. And just finishing the question, adding a little bit, was it hard for you to like make a scared face, I mean, out of nowhere?
Yes, it was, because I and thinking about like the setup too, just to give everyone an idea of what was in front of me while this was happening. I was surrounded by 500 cameras, all different angles around me. I was sitting down and I had this kind of like a chin holder, just like placed right here. So I also had to make sure I didn't pass certain areas of the camera so that everything could be accurate. And so yes, with that in mind, it was a little uncomfortable at first because I had to kind of get into it. So by the end of it, I was probably like sweating and like profusing and maybe even drooling a little bit. So yeah, it was I guess for me, and if anyone's interested in trying it, or any advice would probably be to just let go. You know, don't worry about how you look and just go for it. This is your time to have fun, you know?
Sim, foi bastante difícil fazer essa expressão de apavoro. Para quem não sabe como funciona, você está sentado numa cadeira e tem 500 câmeras em volta de você, e você tem que apoiar o seu queixo nesse apoio, assim, com a sua cabeça suspendida, e você tem que fazer as suas expressões de uma maneira que todas as câmeras peguem você. É bastante desconfortante, mas eu daria uma dica para quem estiver começando e for fazer, apenas se solte e vai.
Legal. É muito bacana isso. Isso é bem coisa de teatro, né? Geralmente ator e atriz de teatro a gente tem que se soltar, e isso é muito legal ver como mesmo num processo de captura de imagem vai funcionar da mesma forma que um teatro, né? Só falar isso. It's very nice to see that it's indeed an acting. It's a very arduous, I suppose, acting moment for you, since you have to do all these expressions and you need a background as an actor to do so. Because if you just bring in someone who's never acted, I believe it's hard for them to figure out like how to do these expressions, what to do, how to move, and even this thought that maybe my character is a left-handed one, or maybe he's got a limp or something. So it's nice that you had some sort of a character creation in the process that you were active on doing, and that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, you know, and I try to have as much fun as possible with it. And you know, it's funny because, you know, when I booked this was 3-4 years ago, when I first got word of it, and I never, you know, had been in a video game before. You know, that was my one of my very first ones. To be going through the whole ringer with it, you know, and to be able to work with a company like Naughty Dog was kind of like a shock for me, you know. I was like, oh my god, like this is huge, you know, this is huge. And you know, my when I first got word it was Naughty Dog, I was like, okay, it's probably, you know, maybe Uncharted, or, you know, one of those other games. And then you know, I finally got the abbreviation TLOU, and I told my wife, and she's huge into The Last of Us, you know. She's definitely she was a diehard fan from the start, and I told her, and she just started crying and freaking out. So right then I realized how big of an opportunity it was, and then from there I was like, okay, I have to put a lot of time and focus into this and try to do my best into it. Even if, you know, I'm not doing the voice acting part of it, I'm going to do what I can to bring some life and emotion to it.
Sim, foi uma surpresa. Na realidade, eu comecei a ficar envolvido no projeto há 3 a 4 anos atrás, e foi uma surpresa quando eu fui contatado pela Naughty Dog. Eu nunca tinha feito videogame antes. De repente eu imaginei que fosse ser um Uncharted, e aí de repente eu fui abrir a carta e vi ali as letras TLOU de The Last of Us, e liguei para minha esposa. Ela é uma fã inveterada do jogo, começamos a gritar, chorar. Foi uma experiência totalmente inesperada e maravilhosa, e que eu não tinha outra coisa que fazer a não ser colocar meu corpo e mente para tentar fazer o melhor trabalho.
Eu vou só puxar o gancho aqui a minha experiência obviamente foi bem menor que essa, mas acho legal trazer o gancho, né? Eu tive a imensa honra de dublar, no caso localizar, né? Quando a gente não vê o personagem, a gente chama localizar, alguns personagens para a versão brasileira do Last of Us. Fiz 6 personagens, todos NPCs, nenhum deles tem nome, né? São mulheres em situações diferentes. E a minha primeira fala foi: e aí, Jesse? E foi exatamente o que ele falou. Quando eu entrei no estúdio de dublagem, estúdio Máximo, grande abraço para todo mundo da Máximo, para o André Mello. Você vê o contrato e dizia que a contratada era a Naughty Dog, só que não tinha o nome de projeto. Mas quando eu vi o contrato, eu fiz o melhor poker face que eu já fiz na minha vida. Você lê o contrato, abre a página, buga, dá uma... Não, parece justo o contrato e tal. Aí entra no banheiro e tipo... Não, vamos dublar, sabe? E legal que no caso dele foi uma experiência parecida. Vou comentar isso pra ele, que acho que é divertido.
Hora da mariposa no teu voo?
Pois é, eu peguei um voo para São Paulo e tinha de todos os bichos, uma mariposa no meu assento de avião. E eu falei, cara, isso é um sinal. Eu tinha sido chamada para esse estúdio para dublar alguma coisa, eu não sabia o que era. E eu vi a mariposa e eu fiquei tipo, cara, não é possível, tem que ser um sinal, né?
O microfone tá mutado.
Seu microfone mutou.
Okay, sorry, I probably pressed M or something. I was telling them, Jasper, that in a very minor scale, I had a similar experience when, because I worked as a voiceover actress for a few lines, a few characters, like 6 NPCs from The Last of Us, and I took a plane to São Paulo because this studio wanted me to do some voices, and I didn't know what the job was or which company would be hiring us for. And at first, I saw a moth on my airplane seat. And I'm a diehard fan. I have an Alice tattoo for almost 3 years. And I saw this moth on the plane, and I had no idea what I was going to do voice work for. And I'm like, oh, my God. But when I got there, I got the contract, and it said Naughty Dog. And I'm like shaking. And I tried to do the best poker face of my life. I'm like, yeah. No, fair enough. I think I agree with the terms. Then I locked myself into the bathroom and like, okay, yeah, let's do some work. And I called my husband as well, my lovely husband, who's Humberto here. And I'm like, oh my God, it's for The Last of Us. Like, fuck. So, yeah.
Yes, that and everything how I felt as well. It was definitely like, you almost don't believe it when you hear it. You know, it's one of those things like once in a lifetime type of thing. And congratulations, obviously, that's huge. That's huge to be able to do that. And I really respect that. You know, even Naughty Dog would reach out to just everywhere in the world, not just you know, they're giving opportunities to everybody for this game. You know, and I really like that, and I really respect that. And I also have to say, this is probably off subject, but Portuguese is such a beautiful language. I love it. I love hearing it. It's very fun.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's very nice of you.
Sim, essa foi bem a minha sensação também quando eu vi a mensagem. Também saltei de alegria. E eu tenho que dizer que acho muito legal da Naughty Dog que está dando essa oportunidade de trabalhando com todo mundo ao redor do mundo. E também vou adicionar aqui dizer que a língua portuguesa é muito bonita de ouvir vocês falando.
Eu vou perguntar para ele como que foi a reação dos fãs que já conheciam ele antes do projeto, como que eles aceitaram e como que eles reagiram assim que eles o viram como Jesse. And Jasper, I wanted to ask you, how was the reaction of your previous fans, those who already knew you for your modeling, for the fighting? How was the reception of your fans when they finally saw you as Jesse in The Last of Us?
Yeah, it was crazy because I almost forgot that it was getting released because you know how Naughty Dog kept pushing the date back, you know, in light of everything going on, and I was kind of like, all right, I'll let it go. I'll check back on it. And then I think it was around like 3 p.m. here, and I just started getting hundreds and hundreds of messages from friends, fans, and people across the world, and from my DMs, and I was like, what is going on right now? What is going on? And I started seeing photos and screenshots. It's like, oh my God, it's out! I got out. I had to drive to go get a PS4, and I couldn't even get a PS4 until I think late June or early July because they were sold out everywhere because of the game's release. I was able to get a copy of The Last of Us, and I think that experience was something else. It was exactly and almost not exactly how I would have imagined, of all the support and all the love and appreciation, I got from it. And, I still get a lot of lovely messages today, and this is why I remember why I got into this, This is why I do it. I do it for everyone.
Foi bastante complicado no começo, porque, como sabem, a Naughty Dog adiou o jogo por várias vezes, e eu sabia do jogo e não podia falar. Aí até que um dia já tinha passado, eu meio que tinha assumido que não, vou esquecer, e um momento o jogo vai ser lançado. Até que um dia o meu celular começou a explodir de tanta mensagem, meus amigos perguntando, é você, dizendo é você. E aí foi aquela alegria Só que eu não conseguia comprar um PS4. E aí, porque no dia do lançamento eles esgotaram nas lojas. Daí eu tive que dar a maior volta até conseguir achar um PS4. E, cara, essa alegria é tudo, assim. Essa alegria é a razão pela qual eu faço isso, eu faço pelas pessoas. E o feedback foi maravilhoso.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Everyone's going crazy on the chat. We really appreciate. That's so nice. Tô fazendo agradecimento aí pela galera do chat, né? Gente, ele é muito querido, ele é muito querido. Então, né, tô passando os agradecimentos em inglês pra ele. Yeah, everyone loves you.
I love everyone.
Yeah, ele ama todo mundo também. One other thing that I was thinking about talking, which I should be talking in Portuguese first. I'm sorry, I'm bad at that. Uma outra coisa que eu queria perguntar para ele é se ele tem planos futuros, se ele pode falar de planos futuros, se ele planeja talvez trabalhar em outros videogames e se isso abriu portas para novos projetos que talvez ele não imaginaria que poderiam acontecer com ele. So yeah, I was wondering if you have other plans prepared, if you have, if this experience opened more doors for you to be part of video games, if you have like a pet project that you're taking part of, or you would like to be a part of, and what are your plans for the near future?
That's a great question. That is a really good question, you know, and it's interesting how the industry is right now, you know, and I'm seeing on this end, you know, this year has, you know, been really tough for everyone around the world, and, you know, it slowed down tremendously, but I'm starting to see, you know, better opportunities from this, you know, and finding myself, and to be honest, you know, this year did come to me as a blessing too, because last year and the year before that was very busy for me. It was really busy, and it was like non-stop work, non-stop going, and you know, this year was really, what I took from this year was time to reinvent myself, you know, time to focus and work on my mental health, and touch base with my family, you know, and talk to friends I haven't talked to, and so this year has really been about focusing on more on what I want to do, not trying to work for other people, and focus on what I want first. So, you know, and what I want for my family and what I want for my wife, you know, and right now I'm having a good time, you know, streaming and talking to people from around the world. That's been a lot of fun, and you know, I've been streaming on Trovo, Twitch, and YouTube, and that's been taking up a lot of my time right now. But definitely what I see and want to work on in the near future is trying to get in the Last of Us HBO series that Neil Druckmann is making with HBO currently right now. And you know, I've already told my team, the first opportunity you see there, you try to get me into that room, and I'll do my part. And even though I haven't got the audition yet, I'm already preparing for it.
That would be amazing. I really hope it works.
Yeah, me too.
Humberto? Hello.
Hello, sorry. Como vocês sabem, o último ano esse ano, na realidade, tem sido muito difícil para todo mundo e muito caótico, né? No ano passado eu tinha trabalhado bastante, mas neste ano eu foquei bastante em revisitar e pensar e cuidar das coisas pessoais, da minha família, dos amigos que eu tinha deixado de entrar em contato, cuidar da minha esposa e descobrir o que eu quero fazer. E acabei começando a streamar, e em vez de me preocupar com o que os outros querem de mim, eu comecei a me preocupar com o que eu quero para a minha vida. E comecei a tratar das assuntos familiares da minha esposa, comecei a fazer streaming, como alguns sabem, e estou bastante contente com isso. Mas atualmente eu tenho um projeto pessoal que é entrar na série The Last of Us da HBO. Eu já falei para minha agente e disse para ela, qualquer oportunidade que aparecer, você me coloca lá.
I guess maybe to to add on to your question of if there were more opportunities because of this game releasing, and yes, there's been a lot more opportunities, a lot more projects I'm already working on that I can't discuss just yet, but it is game related, and there are some other projects I have come into contact with and that I'm looking through right now that I'm excited to be working on and excited to have some offers up for. But it is definitely something, once I get clearance, I would love to come back on here and talk with you guys about.
Oh, yeah, please do.
But, it's crazy because, this opportunity not only has helped me in more other opportunities related to it, but also opportunities, for my wife. She just, started her jewelry business because she designs engagement rings, and she's been getting a lot of support from not just from her own friends but from my friends too, because of that reason. So I love that. I'm happy for her, and her business is doing really well now, and so it was tough because ending of last year was rough, and the first half of this year, but it's starting to look good. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we're just gonna keep doing what we do, and hopefully it gets better and better every year. That's all we gotta hope for.
Mas voltando à sua pergunta sobre os projetos, sim, eu tenho vários projetos engatilhados, coisas que ainda estão em negociação, mas que eu não posso falar a respeito agora. Adoraria voltar no futuro aqui, ter mais uma conversa com vocês, eu poderia falar desses projetos. E esse ano, apesar de ter sido ruim até agora, ele abriu várias possibilidades, e ter trabalhado dessa vez abriu possibilidades não apenas para mim, mas como para minha esposa também. Ela faz joalheria, ela trabalha com anéis de noivado, e ela tem recebido muito apoio, não só das pessoas que curtem o trabalho dela, mas dos meus fãs também.
Eu vou perguntar para ele agora como foi um pouco da experiência dele trabalhar com a Naughty Dog, que é conhecida como um estúdio muito detalhista, que foca muito assim na perfeição do trabalho. And I wanted to ask you, how was it working aside with Naughty Dog? We all know that everyone who knows the producer knows that it's a very delicate company, because they have a lot of attention for the details, and they make like the best games ever. I'm a big fan of the Uncharted franchise, and The Last of Us, I don't even have to comment. And how was your experience with Naughty Dog, and would you like to work with them again?
That's a good question. They are some of the most wholesome people I've met and been able to work with, because of their passion for making this game, and it's not just the the models, the CGI and all that, and the animation involved in it. It's down to the last detail, down to the last strand of hair, down to the last strain of grass. It's just like everything they do and put into it is from such a amazing creative team with talent that they've been able to put together and utilize, and just seeing the other side of what goes into a video game has gained my respect 100%. And it's not that I didn't have respect for the process, but after seeing it for myself and seeing what they put into it, it's outstanding, and I'm a huge fan of Naughty Dog, and I would be honored to work with them again, definitely.
Essa foi uma boa pergunta. A Naughty Dog, eles são as pessoas mais incríveis com que eu já pude trabalhar. A atenção e a paixão com que eles fazem tudo é incrível. A atenção aos detalhes e a cada pessoa envolvida, não só apenas aos modelos e as cenas em CGI, mas tudo que eles fazem, das ideias, a paixão com que eles tratam todos os assuntos do seu jogo. Foi uma honra imensa poder trabalhar com eles. Eu já tinha alguma ideia muito parca do trabalho que dava fazer um jogo, mas aí trabalhando com eles e ver todo o processo por dentro, me explodiu a cabeça.
That's I can only imagine how awesome it must be. Maybe one day, you know. Eu vou perguntar para ele, até que o pessoal comentou aí no chat. Gente, grandes abraços para todos os sobreviventes aqui. Temos 85 sobreviventes aqui ao vivo no momento. Abraços para vocês todos e todas. Obrigadão por estarem acompanhando, a gente está muito feliz. E espero que a gente faça aí uma parte 2, entrevista parte 2. Acho que vai ser muito legal. E eu vou perguntar para ele é um ator e eu sei que ele já fez produções de filme, inclusive no Westworld. E na série, né, Westworld, que é a série que a Shannon Woodward, que é a atriz que fez a Dina, ela não é o modelo da Dina, mas ela é a atriz que fez a Dina, né? Ela participou dessa série como uma personagem importante. E eu vou perguntar um pouco dele sobre a experiência dele com filmes e séries, e se ele tem interesse em atuar para videogames, o quão diferente ele considera que possa ser trabalhar para uma série, para um comercial, porque ele faz também comerciais, trabalhos comerciais, né? Vou perguntar qual é essa diferença e perguntar assim a respeito disso, como foi trabalhar nesses lugares. So everyone on the chat saying hi again.
Hi everyone.
But, yeah.
Hi.
You do a lot of really cool stuff, and I know that you don't only do commercial work for like Reebok or fitness, but you also worked on series and movies such as Westworld, which Shannon Woodward, who was the actress for Dina, also works. And I was really wondering, first, what's the experience of being part of such a big show? Now you're part of a huge game and a huge show in other movies as well. And what are the differences between being an actor for maybe a Reebok commercial or an episode of Westworld or even a video game, if you have a preference, if you feel that that's very different from each other?
I love video game work, and I will continue to do that if I can for the rest of my life. But if I had a preference, it'd be, I think, doing video game work and working in television, because, I first got into even modeling in general because I felt like there was like an underrepresentation of, Asians and Asian Americans. So I want to be able to try to represent as properly as I can. So, I love video game work because they'll tell you honest stories, no BS. It's not like a stereotype. You can be whoever you want to be in video games, and that's what I love, the imagination and the creativity behind it. I still think in Hollywood and TV and film, there's still this barrier that we're trying to break through, and it's getting better. As far as opportunities I see in scripts that I've been reading, it's still new wave, groundbreaking. But I'm excited to see what the future holds for proper representation. So it's still getting better. So that's why I'm have to say I love video game work more right now.
Com certeza. Se eu fosse trabalhar com alguma coisa pro resto da minha vida, seria com videogames. São as minhas duas coisas preferidas de trabalhar: videogame e filmes e TV. Eu entrei na carreira de modelo justamente pensando em trabalhar na TV, porque sabemos que tem uma má representação de asiáticos e estereotipados na TV, e coisas que eu queria mudar. Está melhorando, e isso é o que eu gosto de videogames. Ele é muito honesto, ele não tem palhaçada no videogame. Você é quem você é, você conta histórias mais honestas. Mas se eu pudesse continuar trabalhando com alguma coisa no resto da minha vida, seria com videogames.
Eu vou perguntar para ele agora, aproveitando que ele falou essa questão da representatividade, né? Como é para ele agora ser parte de um grande título como The Last of Us, né? Um dos maiores lançamentos do ano, e sendo um grande personagem, né? Ele realmente é uma representatividade asiática assim incrível. Eu vou perguntar isso para ele. And I'm glad you brought the representation subject for the interview, because I wanted to ask you, how does it feel now that you're in an amazing game, one of the biggest releases of the year, and being such an awesome character, such an important character too. How does it feel for you being able to bring that representation into such a big title as The Last of Us?
Oh, it's a dream come true. It's a dream come true, and I've been waiting for it for a long time, you know, and um, I'm just trying to, uh, stay humble about it and know that I still have work to do, and um, being with the Last of Us and Naughty Dog has been such a humbling experience and a great experience, and where it really started hitting home for me, and uh, was when I would get messages from people I don't know and who have maybe has struggled with depression or getting bullied because of the way they look, and they said that seeing me up there was such a huge inspiration for them, and inspiration in their self-confidence, because they haven't seen someone that looked like them yet, uh, in such a world-renowned game, and they're excited for me, and they felt like they won too, and that's what I love. I love that they can feel that they won too, and that's what makes me and drives me to continue to do more. Uh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Tem, tem sido uma experiência maravilhosa. Ainda não caiu a ficha, e tá caindo a ficha aos poucos, assim. E é uma experiência de humildade. Eu tenho recebido lições de humildade e recebido feedback de pessoas asiáticas que finalmente se veem representadas na tela e mandam mensagens para mim dizendo quão maravilhoso é aquilo e é isso que deve ser. Então tem sido maravilhoso.
Vou falar pra ele que eu adoro isso, e no Last of Us, eu acho que pra mim e pra muitas mulheres foi um marco na representação de personagens femininas, com a Ellie, com a Marlene, com a Tess, e aí no parte 2 também com todas as outras mulheres muito incríveis, né, a Abby, a Dina, e isso é uma coisa que a gente não vê tanto em outros videogames, acho que também tá melhorando, como ele falou, mas a gente ainda tem muito caminho para andar. E eu também vou fazer um comentário com ele a respeito de Hollywood. Tem muito whitewashing em Hollywood, que é você pegar um personagem, por exemplo, asiático, tipo a Motoko Kusanagi, e botar para uma atriz mais branca do que um fantasma fazer, em vez de botar para uma atriz asiática ou japonesa ainda, né? E se ele imagina que essa influência dos videogames pode reverberar em Hollywood, considerando que jogos como The Last of Us são uma obra-prima em contar histórias, né? So, I love that you said about representation, and me and many other girls that are gamers since a very young age, we have a hard problem of liking female characters. At least I do. I have a huge problem. I used to hate female characters. I would always play as a male character because I would never feel that the way they portrayed women felt like something that it would resemble to me. And The Last of Us Part 1 was the first time that I actually felt a connection with a female character. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm proud this is a girl. And I love how they made Ellie and Dina and Tess and all the other characters in The Last of Us. I think it's a great milestone that they achieved. And I know that Hollywood, they're very into whitewashing characters, and that sucks balls. And I really hope that maybe with video games such as The Last of Us and how big they are, that this will reverberate, fortunately, to Hollywood movies in a way that they will actually call more African Americans, more Asians, more female leads that are not just semi-naked. And I'm wondering if you have a perspective on that, and if it's, I know it's changing slowly, but maybe video games will kind of push it to change a little faster. I don't know.
Definitely, and what you said about how that game affected you is exactly how my wife explained to me how it had affected her. She was finally able to play a woman, a strong woman, and a strong female character, and she reminds me every day of why I'm pushing for what I'm pushing is the same reason for why women are pushing for what they're pushing, and African Americans are pushing for what they're pushing. It's we all have the same goal and agenda and dream, is that just be equal. We want that equal opportunity, and I don't know how many times I've had to see and witness like whitewashing happening, and even for roles that I should have had, it should have gone to, even if it wasn't for me, at least someone that represented it properly. And I see the original script of things and how it was supposed to be and who was supposed to be cast in it, and they would go a completely different way, as far as casting. When you see the final product of it and you see, wow, it's a little discouraging, at times, because it's happened numerous of times, and it still happens today. But I do see, since last year, beginning of last year, there's younger writers coming in. There are more creative and open-minded writers coming in. Powerful, women directors, women writers. And I think Hollywood should be run by women. To be honest, I think I think that Hollywood needs more empathy and more stronger voices. So I do see change in the future.
Sim, exatamente assim como você se sentiu, não só eu, mas também a minha esposa também, que ficou muito animada com o jogo e se viu finalmente representada. Definitivamente, a whitewashing acontece direto, e eu vejo muito disso em papéis, inclusive, que eu seria adequado para interpretar. Eu vi que parece que o cenário está mudando um pouco desde o ano passado, porque tem muita gente nova entrando na indústria, tem muita mulher, muito negro, e isso vai fazendo uma diferença bastante qualitativa no produto. Se fosse dizer, eu acho que todo mundo está nessa mesma empreitada, que é pela igualdade, pelo menos os negros, asiáticos e mulheres estão nessa luta pela questão da igualdade. E eu, sinceramente, se fosse para mim, eu acho que todas as mulheres deveriam gerir Hollywood.
Eu vou comentar com ele agora como que, né, essa questão da representatividade asiática, ela é bem forte dos games, porque nós temos diversas produtoras que são asiáticas, né? Nós temos a Konami, a Capcom, o próprio Hideo Kojima, que ele é um incrível criador de jogos. Então eu vou comentar nisso agora. And it's great because I feel like the game industry is one of the industries that's working harder in the representation, because like producers, we have famous producers that are Asian, like Capcom and Konami, and we also have one gigantic creator of games that is Hideo Kojima, which I am absolutely in love. How would you like to work with Hideo Kojima in a game? I would love to see you in one of these crazy projects.
That would be a dream come true, and that's actually one of my wife's favorites as well. And she's like, "You gotta make this happen. You have to try to work with him." And she'll actually, she has given me a list of people that she wants me to like aim for. As far as like try to make that connection with, and he's definitely one of those on that list that I would love to work with, definitely. And it'd be definitely something on my bucket list that I definitely want to be able to attain in the future. And actually going back to Alice's question as well, with the whole video games, yes, I definitely see video game storytelling and stories in general and directing, how it should translate, and it should be something that Hollywood should pay attention to, because there's such a big market for it, and I do hope that Hollywood takes notes. And Neil Druckmann partnering with HBO, that's huge. That's a huge opportunity, and I guarantee that show, no matter where it goes, it's going to be successful. And I think Hollywood will take notes from that as well.
Com certeza, o Hideo Kojima é um dos maiores, é um favorito da minha esposa, e qualquer oportunidade que eu puder, com certeza está nos meus planos trabalhar com ele. Eu tenho que fazer isso acontecer. E voltando à pergunta um pouco da Alice sobre representatividade Hollywood e videogames, com certeza Hollywood teria que aprender com os videogames. Eles deveriam copiar, especialmente porque tem um mercado muito grande para isso. E agora essa parceria entre a HBO e o Neil Druckmann é tão imensa e poderia criar tantas oportunidades para essas questões.
Bacana. Eu vou fazer uma pergunta que o pessoal do chat comentou aqui, a Bárbara e o pessoal, que eu achei bacana. Vou adaptar de uma pergunta que eu tinha feito, que nessa experiência dele, né, eu sei que ele trabalhou diretamente com o diretor, mas se ele teve chance de encontrar outros atores e atrizes, o Troy Baker, a Ashley Johnson, a Cassina, ou qualquer outra, outras pessoas da produção, ou se isso ficou, voltando ao Last of Us, se ele trabalhou só com o diretor, e imagino que ele tenha tido que manter segredo sobre o que ele estava fazendo, mas mais ainda, até o jogo sair, nem ele, nem ninguém que trabalhou na produção, né, exceto, claro, game designers e galera que foi fazendo história, eu sei que a maioria nem sabe o que ia acontecer no jogo até jogar, né? Vou também só perguntar isso para ele pra gente ter certeza. Going back to your experience at Naughty Dog, people in the chat are asking if you had the chance to meet other actors such as Ashley Johnson, Troy Baker, other mocap actors like Cassina, or if your work was mostly with Neil Druckmann, with the director, and did you know anything at all besides you were playing a character on The Last of Us, or did you only discover everything after the trailers and the video game was released?
That's a good question too. So it was a very isolated experience, and I think everyone that was a part of it was very it was an isolated experience for them as well. So I'm sure a lot of times, even with Ashley and Stephen A. Chang, the voice actors, when they were together, I bet it wasn't this whole huge production. I think it was very intimate between them. So I didn't get to meet any of them, but Ashley Johnson and I have the same voiceover agent. We have the same exact agent, so I'm sure it's a matter of time. It's a small world. I'm sure I'll be able to meet her. Going back, Norman Reedus was in there the day before me. Norman Reedus I think he was doing his filming for Death Stranding. I think that's the game he was in with
Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. Yeah. So he was in there before me. It still smelled like his cigarettes in there when I got there.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I was hoping. I was like, darn, I was one day too late.
But you breathed the same air, so.
Right.
Na realidade foi uma experiência bastante solitária. Eu só tive interação com o Neil Druckmann, com alguns pessoas da produção, o gerenciador de som, o pessoal da equipe. Não cheguei a cruzar caminhos com os outros atores, mas eu tenho certeza que isso vai acontecer no futuro, porque eu e a Ashley Johnson temos o mesmo agente para vocal, né, para atuação vocal. Mas um fato curioso, eu estive lá no dia seguinte ao que o Norman Reedus estava, e quase topei com ele, com apenas a diferença de um dia. Ainda dava para sentir o cheiro de cigarro no ambiente. Acho que ele estava lá para fazer a captura de movimento para o jogo Death Stranding.
Então ele fuma chaminé, pelo jeito. Desculpa, Luan, você ia falar?
Não tem problema. Não, eu vou perguntar para ele agora como foi realmente a primeira reação quando ele viu, né, o Jesse no jogo, porque ele tá jogando o The Last of Us no canal dele, tá fazendo as partes, né? Como foi para ele no primeiro momento que ele se encontrou no jogo?
E fala para ele fazer os jabás dele também, de onde o pessoal pode acompanhar as lives, por favor.
Sim. And one of the things that I wanted to ask you, how was your reaction when you first saw yourself in the game? Because we all know who follows you. You're playing The Last of Us in your YouTube channel. Also, I wanted to ask you to share your YouTube channel, your Twitch, where we can follow you also. How was your reaction when you started the game? You saw that scene with Ellie in the room, and when she opened the door, you saw yourself standing with that cool pose. Of course, you saw the trailers before, but I think the experience is different, right?
It was I honestly, to be honest, I cried because I didn't realize, when I first got the job, when working on it, they didn't tell me much about Jesse, and they didn't tell me how much he'd be in the game, so I just did my best, and there was a lot of things I didn't know until I read some stuff, read some spoilers, and saw the very first trailer at E3. I had no idea, even making it to E3's trailer, I was like, oh my god, I freaked out, I freaked out. It was definitely a surreal moment, and then I started realizing who Jesse was and what his impact would be in the story as well, and he's just, I'm glad he was able to make, even if it was such a small impact in that game. I'm really appreciative of that. And yeah, thank you for letting me share my Twitch and my YouTube and my Trovo accounts. I've been streaming on there every other day. I will be doing a Last of Us gameplay live stream on there as well once I finish the gameplay, because a lot of people have been asking me for it. But my Trovo account is under Canary Diamond, and so is my Twitch. It's Canary Diamond, and I came up with that tag name actually because my fight name was Diamond, and I was like asking my wife, "Hey, you think I should make my gamer tag Diamond?" And she's like, "No, you should make it Canary Diamond, because Canary Diamonds are very rare, and you have to stand out, and I know you will stand out, And she has, she's so much supportive for me. So
that's so sweet.
That's how I came up with the name Canary Diamond, and the fact that her ring is a canary diamond,
Wow.
and
that's so sweet.
She creates engagement rings, so it just made sense. I can't do this without her, I feel like, so I want to bring her into my my gamer tag, and my YouTube is just my name, Jasper Jeon, Jeon.
That says we make sure to post all your links in the description so people can follow you, because I'm sure everyone will. I already follow you, but I'm sure they do too, probably. But yeah. Okay,
And,
sorry, Roberto.
And I gotta say, that's a really badass nickname, man.
Thank you.
I liked it, yeah.
Thank you. Actually, I got that diamond name from. I thought of the diamond for my fight name too, because my grandpa was very how would you say, passionate. He's a passionate man, and he loved quoting people, and he loved making quotes, and he told me he told me this thing before he passed, was like, you're gonna go through a lot in your life. You're gonna go through a lot of difficulty, a lot of struggles, and people might tell you can't do something, but just know, just realize that diamonds are made under pressure, and oaks grow strong under contrary winds. So you'll be fine. You'll grow. Whatever you're going through, whatever anyone's going through, you'll be stronger at the end of it. Just keep pushing.
It's really awesome. Humberto? Humberto? Ficou mudo?
O áudio não está saindo.
Você está mudo. Ih? Perdemos Humberto. We lost a soldier. Well, I can translate meanwhile if the audio is not working. Okay.
Ele realmente sumiu.
Yeah, maybe he's having audio problems.
Yeah.
I'm gonna translate it then. Okay. Humberto, feel free to try your speaking connection anytime as well. We can hear you.
Alô?
Foi. Agora sim.
Oi. Voltei. I'm sorry. No, I don't know what happened. Então, eu honestamente eu chorei quando eu me vi no jogo. Eu não tinha ideia que o personagem ia ser tão grande, que ia ter uma participação tão substantiva. Eu descobri durante a E3 que eu tinha visto o trailer, né, e tinha visto alguns spoilers que tinham saído da história, assim, tinha saído o trailer, e eu pirei na hora que eu vi o tamanho do personagem. Tá sendo maravilhoso descobrir que ele é importante. Inclusive, para o pessoal, eu agradeço aí a oportunidade de deixar aqui o meu contato nas redes sociais. Nas redes sociais que eu uso o apelido de Canary Diamond, que é diamante, canário diamante. O apelido de diamante, ele vem, na realidade, do meu apelido como lutador. que quando eu lutava, Diamante era meu apelido, e aí minha esposa me recomendou que eu precisava de um apelido que se destacasse. E aí a gente acabou bolando o Diamante Canário, o Canário Diamante. E o Diamante também era algo que o meu avô me passou, porque ele era uma pessoa muito sábia, gostava muito de passagens e citações, e ele me disse que o diamante ele só é formado através de grande pressão, sob muita pressão. Então tem um aspecto muito especial e simbólico para mim usar esse apelido. E os links dos canais vão estar disponíveis aqui, mas ele usa Canary Diamond no Twitch, certo?
We're having some stream problems on YouTube for some reason. It's lagging a little bit. Let me just... Okay, I think we're back. Or not. Okay, I'm sorry.
Catch all that?
Yeah, it's laggy. Pierre, tá ouvindo? Holy shit. Damn, today, like, all the problems at once. Like, this never happened.
Everything works perfectly.
Okay.
I don't know what to talk.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see what happened. Shit. Okay. I think Pierre is restarting the stream right now. Pierre, tá reiniciando? Ok.
Inclusive, enquanto... Voltou já?
Não, sei.
Enquanto não volta, só dá um alô, que eu recebi um feedback do pessoal falando que a minha câmera ela tá aparecendo só na miniatura. Se tiver como o Pierre dar uma ajustada já.
Pierre, tá ouvindo aí?
Eu não sei se foi... Acho que provavelmente foi por conta que eu entrei no meio da transmissão, mas enfim.
Pode ser. Deixa eu ver. E cacete, Pierre se encontra desaparecido. Let me see if he's...
Oh, we're doing so good.
Oh, damn. Well, I don't know if you were looking at the chat, but everyone loves you and it's been great. We're just so happy.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so
the
much.
stream went down.
Yeah, oh my god, I am so sorry about all the problems.
No, it's okay. I understand.
We won't be taking that much more time because we started a little delayed, like very delayed, and I really.
We are transmitting the audio, so you know.
Okay.
We're back.
Okay, we're back. Yay.
Yay.
At least the audio is.
Okay,
yeah,
I don't.
With YouTube open right here, and I can hear you just fine.
That's
Okay.
great. So I can't see it on my browser though. I can see Jesse's interview. Jasper's. Sorry, yeah. Damn. Okay. I don't see where it's being video streamed here in my browser. Is it working Is it working for you, Humberto?
No, I'm not live anymore.
Can you perhaps? Well, maybe I will call Pierre then.
Okay, I can call him. Just a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm thinking like maybe we should be going to the last questions just to close it up because we don't want to take more of your time.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
And
no problem.
Yeah.
It's been so fun. It's been so fun.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm glad I made it here, and I'm glad I'm talking to you too, and everyone listening as well.
And we would love to have a part 2 of an interview after we finish the game because there's just so much to talk about.
I know.
And
I know that you want to ask too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have finished it before this interview.
No. It's a huge game. It's like 30 plus hours. So.
But that's a good excuse for a second interview, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy to come on as soon as I finish it because I'm sure I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
we gotta play Fall Guys and we gotta we gotta do a second interview.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
I know
Yeah.
that's terrible, but I haven't played Fall Guys yet.
How
The
so?
whole internet is talking that it's saying that it's amazing, and I mean I haven't played it
Fake
yet.
gamer. You're a fake gamer.
I mean I
Save
downloaded.
yourself the headache and stress.
I mean I downloaded it on my PS4, but I haven't got the time to play it yet because I was playing The Witcher 3 again. I'm a major fan of the Witcher franchise, and I've been reading the books and watching the series all over again, and now playing the game, playing the DLCs actually, and I haven't had the time to play it yet.
Yeah, people have been actually recommending me to play The Witcher as well. It's a really good
Oh.
game. Difficult though, right?
Yeah, it's an RPG the game, yeah, and so there's a gigantic things to do, a lot of things to do. So it's a game that you take like 50 hours to finish the main story only, and there's also the side quests which are amazing. And I mean, it's a great game. I recommend it to you too.
Definitely. Great. I'll get
Yeah.
on it.
I don't
I
know
think
if you have watched the Netflix series of The Witcher.
Not yet. Not yet. I want to though. I want to.
It's a good TV show also.
Yeah, I've heard.
that's a cool one for it to be part of season 2, because there's a lot of fighting and
Yeah.
really cool characters.
Witcher.
Man,
Yeah.
that would be awesome for it to be a part on.
Yeah.
You would
Yeah.
like totally
I would
nail
love that.
it.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I get a lot of maybes in this industry.
Yeah.
A lot of maybes.
We have an expression here that I don't know how it could be translated, but it's literally like a wooden face, but it means that you're not ashamed of doing things or asking things or applying for things. And I think that's I'm definitely a shameless person to like keep asking about jobs and works and all that. So I have a lot of maybes as well, but if one of them gets to be a yes, that's a thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you're always working for that couple of yeses, and those yeses mean the world, and everything. So
Yeah.
Definitely. I think that's what kind of like pushes us in a way. At least for me, I had a lot of frustration, professional frustration for a long time. I'm mostly like a concept artist and a voice actress, but there's a lot of just small things or nothing happens. But if like one project's like The Last of Us, oh okay, you voice act this and that, then it changes your whole perspective. Like yeah, I can do it. So yeah.
yeah, definitely, and I'm right there with you. You get a lot of if everything was perfect, everybody would do it. It's kind of one of those.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stressful times. A lot of I have a ton of stories of I remember when I actually first started. I was about to be evicted. From my apartment. I didn't know how I was gonna pay my bills.
shit.
I was
Wow.
eating very very minimally, and and
Oh wow.
it's great. I always think back about those times. Whenever I feel like I'm going through a problem in my life or a career issue, I always think back like, well, remember where you came from. You're about to be evicted and you're about to be on the streets and you made yourself out there. So this is not going to phase you. This is a small problem. You keep going. You do your best and you keep going.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Humberto suggested us to like continue the interview, but we would just save it on OBS just to have it and then we upload it later, maybe.
Okay. Yeah,
Is that okay for you guys?
that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm pretty sure that his internet is down.
Mm.
So
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So he can
Let me just
translate
open-
later, basically.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
we can add subtitles. I don't know.
Live.
yeah, Humberto's here. The problem is, oh sorry, Humberto,
We're live.
your voice is delayed.
We are live.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, we're
Really?
back.
That's awesome. Okay. Okay, that solves our problem. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Sorry. Too much emotion for one interview. Alrighty. Ok, so... Obrigado, pessoal. Deu ruim a internet, né? Porque muita emoção. A gente tem que ter tudo com emoção aqui, né? Senão não tem graça. Mas estamos de volta. A gente já tá nas finaleiras da entrevista aqui. Então vamos terminar aqui direitinho. Alright, so I was thinking about maybe one final question from Luan and one final question from us. If that's okay for you, Jasper?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Ask me.
All right. Do you want to go ahead, Luan? I usually ask stuff, so.
Well, I have to think about my questions yet, so you can start.
Okay, yeah. I have a lot of things to think about, but one of the things, because you said about the HBO. Oh, sorry. I'm bad at that. I'm gonna talk in Portuguese first.
No worries.
Desculpa, gente. O cérebro aqui tá bugando essa hora da noite. Uma coisa que eu quero perguntar pra ele. Ele falou, e eu fiquei bem interessada, sobre essa questão de que muitos jogos estão virando série, porque os jogos estão com uma narrativa muito, muito incrível, uma relevância muito grande também. Então, esse jogo virar série é uma coisa relevante. A gente sabe que vai ser uma coisa boa da HBO. E ele já trabalhou em outras séries como Westworld. E eu perguntar se ele tem... eu sei que ele falou que gostaria de continuar também fazendo trabalhos para videogame, mas se ele pudesse escolher uma série, se ele acha que realmente o Last of Us seria a coisa que ele gostaria de fazer, que desse certo, ou também se séries, às vezes, internacionais, perguntar sobre séries de TV, se ele tem interesse no quê, se séries internacionais, séries de videogame, e se existe algum preparo para isso, porque você precisa ter uma agência, essa é a parte que a gente meio que sabe, e se é a agência que direciona, se você tem algum poder de direcionamento disso, então vou fazer essa pergunta para ele. Ok, so back to talking about agencies and also TV shows. You mentioned the HBO series that's going to be made about The Last of Us, and we are super excited about it. And I know that I suppose that agencies, they will have some sort of a contact with HBO and other producers, so I believe that maybe for this kind of big show you would need to be in an agency to be part of it. But if how does that work if you have to be at an agency? Do they usually look for specific profiles? And also, if there are other series, perhaps not even video game series, that you would like to be part of and you feel that, yeah, I'm fit for it, I would do a great job in it. And maybe we look forward for, seeing you on this other series. It would be awesome.
Yeah. Definitely, that it's probably a short list for who's going to be on that series. But again, since Neil Druckmann's involved, he might, he's definitely going to have a say in casting. So I'm hoping, I've made enough of an impact to even actually try to get in that room and talk to him, and I'll do my best. But, if I don't get on it, no hard feelings, I'm still gonna love to watch this show, but I'm sure it's gonna, based off of Hollywood's track record, they're gonna have a list of people that they're gonna send offers to on it, and from there, depending on what the process is in that, they're definitely gonna have casting for they're gonna have like auditions for the other roles on it. So I'm hoping Jesse makes an appearance in the series at some point, and if he does, I hope I can go read for it, because that'd be a great experience, and hopefully I can make an impact, and hopefully I can sway the decision. But that's all hearsay. It's kind of in this industry, it's really like a lot of things you don't know what's happening on the back end, and as much pull or as much connections a agency or manager has, it's still going to come down to producers and director and sometimes even writers. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see who gets casted, obviously, as Ellie, and obviously they have to bring Joel in it. So who's gonna play Joel?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see all that. Yeah. And it's gonna be great. I already know it's gonna be a really successful show.
Como é uma equipe muito pequena, vão ser poucos papéis que vão ser auditados, e conhecendo Hollywood, eles vão fazer... Já tem uma lista de atores e nomes que eles conhecem, que são os favoritos e que provavelmente eles vão tentar empurrar para serem os atores principais, mas eu definitivamente quero muito participar do projeto. Como é uma série, é possível que o Jesse faça alguma participação na série, eu adoraria estar lá, vou trabalhar para poder fazer parte. Como o Neil Druckmann está envolvido, e como é uma série bastante autoral, tem os escritores, o próprio Neil Druckmann, talvez isso dê uma chance maior, talvez isso faça com que eles façam um cast menos orientado por Hollywood. E independente do agente, da agência que você tenha, eu sinto que em séries como essa tem muito o dedo do diretor e do criador em escolher os papéis. Então vamos torcer para que eu consiga.
Então eu vou fazer minha pergunta final para ele. Vai, na verdade, ser uma pergunta dupla, uma curiosidade e uma outra pergunta de verdade. Eu vou perguntar se ele, meio que complementando a pergunta da Alice, se ele teria vontade de participar de alguma outra saga ou algum título famoso dos games, né? E como foi para ele ver o rosto dele, só que sendo dublado por uma outra pessoa, com uma voz diferente, né? Now, making my last question, it's actually a double question, one curiosity and another real question. There's another title or famous franchise in the games that you would be interested to be part of, to play a character or just a quick appearance. And how was it for you to see your face in The Last of Us, see absolutely you in The Last of Us, but with another voice? Was it weird or was it funny?
I definitely would. There's actually a lot of games I would love to be a part of. I wish I had been in Ghost of Tsushima as well. That would have been awesome.
Wow, that would be awesome.
That would have been great, and get into small circles. So I know some of the voice actors. I've met them and worked with them before, but on different projects. Because it's just very small world. And seeing my face with a different voice is very interesting. It's very interesting. With the southern twang to it. But I like it. It's interesting. I have Stephen A. Chang. He did a phenomenal job in the acting.
Yeah.
And it's cool. They made him really. They made him really American. Jesse's like super American, which is interesting. I wonder what was the thought process behind, and I was wondering too. What was the original idea for Jesse's voice? What was it supposed to have a southern twang? Did they try it a different way? That's something I still would love to know. But yeah.
Eu gostaria muito de ter feito parte do Ghost of Tsushima. Eu conheci algumas outras pessoas que trabalharam como vocal no jogo, fazem parte dos ciclos, eu trabalhei com eles em outros projetos, mas não é um mercado tão grande, mas eu definitivamente gostaria de ter participado desse jogo. Sobre a minha voz, sobre o meu corpo estar com uma voz diferente, foi bastante interessante, foi uma experiência interessante. Eu conheci o ator que fez as movimentações e a voz, trabalhei com ele, e é interessante, foi diferente, mas eu gostei bastante do jogo. E eu gostaria também de ter sabido o que estava na ideia da produção antes do personagem ter sido montado e sabermos como o personagem é hoje, né? Como o Jesse é hoje. Eu gostaria de saber o que eles pensaram antes do personagem estar pronto.
Eu vou só complementar minha pergunta, perguntar se ele fez teste para ser a voz do Jesse, para poder ter uma curiosidade. And also, adding to the question, have you auditioned for Jesse's voice or just the modeling?
Actually, no, I didn't. When I first came in, it was funny because the conversation was like, wait, I think it was weird, or I don't know if there was like some sort of miscommunication, but the conversation I had when I was doing the first process of coming in for it, they're like, oh, you're an actor too. I was like, Yeah.
Face palm, like, oh man.
yeah. I'm definitely an actor. I'm definitely an actor too. And they're like, oh wow. And I think there was that consideration before of whether or not I would try to be tested for it, and be asked to read for it. I think that was definitely something that was considered. But I don't know what happened with the casting process with Steven. Who knows if maybe he was casted before Jesse was even a thought, you know? Maybe he was casted as a role already for Jesse, but they didn't know what Jesse would have looked like yet. So there's a lot of things I wasn't told and I didn't understand, but it's okay, it's done, and it would have been awesome to have acted in it, voice acted. I would have loved that opportunity because I'm getting a lot of voiceover auditions right now, and it's great because I can work on these characters at home and sound crazy, and my neighbors probably hate me by now, but because I'm screaming at the top of my lungs sometimes and like making weird sounds, and it's fun. I love voice acting. Again, there's some projects I'm working on right now that I can't disclose, but once I can disclose, I'd love to come on here and talk about it and maybe give a little preview of the voice.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Definitivamente foi uma surpresa. Quando eu cheguei lá, eles me perguntaram, você atua também? Porque eles acharam que eu era só modelo. E vai saber, porque o outro ator que fez a voz do Jesse, talvez ele tivesse sido já contratado para ser, antes deles saberem qual seria o rosto do Jesse. Então talvez tenha havido um pouco de confusão, pelo menos da minha parte aí. E eu adoraria ter feito também a voz do Jesse, mas eu adoro o trabalho. E como eu falei, agora eu adoraria fazer a voz. Eu estou mandando meu currículo vocal para vários outros projetos agora. Meus vizinhos devem me odiar, porque eu fico gritando e usando gritando no microfone. E tem alguns projetos aí que estão engavetados aí que estão encaminhados aí, e eu adoraria voltar aqui novamente para conversar sobre eles.
E vai acontecer, tá? I just want to say, I don't know if you're looking at the chat, but everyone's hashtagging Jesse on HBO on the chat. There's like dozens of hashtags, hashtag Jesse on HBO, because, everyone wants to see you. Yeah. You have a fan base here in Brazil that's huge, so never forget that.
I'll never forget.
We got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got your back.
I love you, Brazil. I love you.
Yeah. Eu tava falando pra ele das hashtags, que tá todo mundo botando a hashtag Jesse on HBO, ele tá todo feliz aqui, tava falando, né, que ele tem uma base de fãs aqui no Brasil, e falou que ama todo mundo, que ama o Brasil. E a gente tá, né, já batemos bastante horário, mas eu vou fazer um pedido pessoal pra ele, né, espero que ele aceite, mas a minha primeira voz que eu dublei, que eu fiz a localização e tal, eu não sabia o que era, eu não sabia quem era, a gente não vê a cara das pessoas. Quando a gente vai fazer o trabalho de localização, né, que seria mais ou menos o equivalente a uma dublagem para jogos, na maioria das vezes a gente só ouve a voz original em inglês. No meu caso, a voz falava Hey Jesse, e aí eu sabia que a minha fala era E aí Jesse, né, então eu sabia disso, não sabia a cara da minha pessoa, não sabia nada. E foi muito emocionante quando eu vi, né, galera que acompanha a gente em live stream eu já tô ficando emocionado, meu Deus. A galera que acompanha a gente em live stream, quando a gente foi jogar o Last of Us Part 2, no dia do meu aniversário, eu fiquei super emocionada, né? Quando eu vi, bem no comecinho do jogo, eu fiquei, tipo, boba. E eu vou perguntar se ele pode me dizer oi de volta, né? Se eu falo Hey Jesse, ele pode falar Hey Alice, né? Então, vamos ver. I was talking to them because, as I mentioned, I had the huge honor of doing some voiceover job for Naughty Dog here in Last of Us Part 2 with some NPC voices, and when we do the voiceover for video games, at least here in Brazil, we don't get to even see the characters. You just listen to the original sentence. For instance, in my case was Hey Jesse, and then I know that I have to say E aí Jesse, which is Hey Jesse in Portuguese. But I had no idea which character would I be playing, what would the character look like, and all that. They just said, oh yeah, do a voice like this and that. And I would love to ask you if that's okay for you, if I can say, hey Jesse, and if you can say, hey Alice back, because I'm so honored that we have actual Jesse here, and it would be like the coolest thing ever.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
E aí, Jesse?
Hey Alice.
I can die in peace now. Thank you so much.
Ensina ele a falar em português.
Of course.
Oh man, thank you so much.
Of course.
I'm so happy. Yeah. Oh man. All right. So I think we're about to say goodbye, and I'm gonna say goodbye in Portuguese first, and then if you want to say a goodbye message, again, we really appreciate you taking some time and your patience throughout our big amount of technical issues.
No worries,
But yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye to our people here. Ok, gente querida, maravilhosa, sobreviventes e todo mundo que está aí. Chegou nessa hora, né? Já tivemos atrasos e problemas técnicos, mas foi muito legal, foi muito emocionante. Eu estou absurdamente feliz. Espero que vocês tenham gostado tanto quanto a gente gostou. Quero dar um grande abraço para todo mundo aí que acompanhou a gente aí esse tempo inteiro, foi muito massa. Essa entrevista vai estar gravada no YouTube depois, né? Quem às vezes não assistiu um pedaço ou algo assim vai estar gravada, então vocês podem assistir depois, se quiser compartilhar com os amigos. Quem tiver chance, se quiser se inscrever aqui no canal, nossas redes sociais é sempre / ou @ The Last of Us BR. E eu sou a Alice Monstrinho, eu sou a locutora aqui do canal e show host dos tweets. Quero agradecer muito ao Pierre Quirilo, que fez todo esse arranjo, que conseguiu entrar em contato com o Jasper, que conseguiu juntar a galera. Muito obrigado do Luan também, que fez perguntas muito incríveis e muito boas. Foi muito legal ter a sua companhia aqui. E o Humberto, que além de ser o homem mais bonito do mundo, também estava traduzindo aqui essa live. Por acaso, eu tenho muita sorte de ser casado com ele, então agradeço demais. Se vocês quiserem dizer umas palavrinhas aí finais, fiquem à vontade. Luan e Humberto, se quiserem falar alguma coisa?
Nada, obrigado.
Faça seu jabás aí, né?
Pode ir lá.
Nossa, eu só queria realmente agradecer muito a incrível experiência. Eu tô realmente realizando um sonho de um fã aqui. Tô, tendo a oportunidade de conversar com um personagem de um dos meus jogos favoritos da vida. Então, eu tô tentando manter as aparências aqui, mas aqui por baixo eu tô, eu tô totalmente emocionado. Queria agradecer muito a todo o pessoal do The Last of Us Brasil, realmente foi uma experiência incrível. Agradecer também o pessoal da Super Hero Brasil que está acompanhando a gente aí, já deixar o jabá, né? Para você que quer conhecer um pouco mais do nosso trabalho, acessa lá o www.superherobrasil.com.br. Nós temos também as nossas páginas, tanto no Facebook quanto no Instagram. Só você procurar lá, @SuperHeroBrasil. E eu sou o apresentador do podcast da Super Hero Brasil, que é o Audio Hero. Você pode encontrar ele no Spotify, no Google Podcasts, no Deezer, enfim, tá em tudo quanto é lugar. Inclusive, a gente fez um podcast junto com o pessoal do The Last of Us Brasil. Tá lá, você só procurar. Tá, acho que quase 2 horas de The Last of Us lá. E um pedido final, acho que seria um pedido pessoal meu também. Eu só ia pedir se o Jasper ele poderia mandar um abraço, mandar um oi pro pessoal da Super Hero Brasil, senão eles me matam se eu não fizer isso. And before we finish the interview, I wanted to ask you, Jasper, could you say hi to the people of Super Hero Brasil, the website I work for, and the followers of the page are really great fan of yours, so I'm sure they would be very excited.
Sure, yeah. Hi everyone at Super High Brazil. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for supporting Luan and Alice, and I love you guys. Much love. And thank you for everyone in Brazil for watching and supporting. I love you guys, and comment message please. I'll try to reply to everybody as well. And everyone follow The Last of Us Inside, please. Anyone that's watching on my stream as well, I'm sure they're listening. Please go follow Alice. Please go follow Luan, and please go follow the Last of Us Inside on YouTube, please.
Thank you so much. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you want to say a final words, Jasper?
Thank you for having me. This is such a great experience in time, and I hope I see and talk to you guys soon. Please stay in contact, please.
Oh, yeah.
Agradecer a todo mundo, obrigado pela oportunidade, por favor, mantenham contato.
Vocês podem seguir ele no Canary Diamond, a gente vai botar os links aí embaixo. Ele faz live streams dia sim, dia não, em várias plataformas, então é Canary Diamond, e o YouTube dele é o próprio nome dele, né, que é Jasper Jeon. A gente vai deixar tudo ali certinho. Vocês sigam ele é maravilhoso. A gente vai com certeza fazer outras entrevistas, né? E I really want to thank you all. Oh, I have to make a little announcement before. Eu tenho um pequeno anúncio para fazer aqui da próxima pessoa que a gente vai entrevistar, aliás. Já temos data e acho que já dá para falar aqui para a galera do chat aqui, né? Temos uma... Tô vendo aqui se eu devo falar.
Spoilers!
É.
Neil Druckmann vai estar aqui?
Quem dera se fosse. And of course, we would love to invite you, Jasper, to if you want to, we can play online together or anything like that. We would love to do that. For us, it sounds awesome. We can play some games.
Definitely. Please let me know. I would love to. I love playing games, and I love playing people I know and I've seen now and met, and I would love to.
That's awesome.
I promise to start playing Fall Guys to play with you.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan, definitely. And we could probably find some other games to play together, you know?
Yeah, sure.
I've heard of this game called Among Us. I heard that's a lot of fun. And it's very, like, we can talk to each other in voice chat.
Oh, that's perfect.
Great.
Yeah. Let's. And I'm going to say the announcement for the next person that we're going to be interviewing. Então, pessoal, no dia 7 de setembro, que é na próxima segunda-feira, é isso, é feriado, inclusive, a gente vai receber uma pessoa que a gente está querendo trazer faz muito tempo e que eu tô mega super animada, que é a Luísa Caspari. Eu tô muito animada, muito animada. Ela é a dubladora da Ellie e ela vai estar aqui com a gente vai ter mais uma roda de conversa e, porra, a gente tá super feliz, super animado e espero que vocês, né, se tiverem a chance, acompanhem a gente 7 de setembro. Vamos estar aí com a Luísa Caspari, que é alguém que a gente queria entrevistar há muito tempo, a gente queria conversar com ela há muito tempo. E é isso, sigam a gente, acompanhem, que vai ser o máximo. E a gente vai jogar joguinhos online também com o Jasper. The next person we're going to interview is the voice actress for Ellie here in Brazil, which is Luísa Caspari, and she's great, and we're really excited about.
Awesome.
So yeah, I guess
that's so exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I guess that's it. Thank you again so much. We're beyond honored, and it was awesome. I hope you had fun. We surely did have a great time, and hopefully we'll see again each other soon.
Yes,
right?
yes, please keep in contact. Talk soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Of course.
Obrigada,
Thank you, Jasper.
gente. Beijo pra todo mundo. Fiquem
Tchau,
seguros.
tchau, gente.
Já sabem que 7 de setembro tem mais. Obrigado, viu? Let's see.